Hey, what's up guys? So I just wanted to do a quick video of me shooting photos for my house that we have for sale here. The stages just finished up yesterday, so I kind of wanted to go through my camera settings and the angles I kind of look for, and then the finals that I end up going with, and how it ends up on the market. So the stages that staged our place, my realtor actually paid for, and I've shot a house that he's listed before that they've staged. So I think a lot of the furniture and stuff is pretty similar from my other one that I shot. Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of start going through different shots. I'm just kind of cleaning up a little bit. Some of the appliances still had plastic on it, and yeah, like this stuff. I forgot to take all this stuff off. Yeah, we got the new light up there, new kitchen light. But besides unwrapping some of the appliances, that's pretty much all I needed to do to get ready to take the photos. And then I'm gonna do some video. My friend's gonna come help me do video, and I'm gonna get some drone shots outside, just like the area, the park, kind of the surrounding neighborhood and stuff like that. So I'm gonna grab my camera and start getting set up. I'm gonna shoot with my wide. I have a 5D Mark III, and I'm shooting with 11 to 16 millimeter Tokina lens, but it's for a crop frame sensor, so I have it all the way in at 16, and I just pretty much use that as it's kind of like my prime. If I gotta get closer, zoom in a little bit, I'll walk closer, but I'll keep it at 16, so we'll get really wide. We'll be able to get all the great angles from like over here. I can probably encompass part of the living room, this whole kitchen. I don't know, we'll see. I'll just take a bunch of shots, and we'll see what angles come out best. Unfortunately, the balcony flooring isn't done yet. I have a little bit more of these black tiles on the way. They're supposed to be in tomorrow, so I might have to kind of get tricky with my angles to make this look like it's completed outside. Sorry if I'm sniffling a lot. I'm a little bit sick. But we'll go ahead and get these photos knocked out. I'm gonna open up the front door to get a little bit more light in here. There we go. Forgot about that. So this is my 11 to 16 Tokina 5D Mark III. A little bit old and beat up, but it definitely puts out good quality photos. So since I'm not trying to get like any super like bokeh shots, I'm gonna keep my f-stop a little bit higher. I'll probably start it around 6.0 and then adjust the shutter depending on how the lighting looks. So since we're not shooting any like moving objects, I'm gonna be standing in one spot. My settings are good at 160 for my shutter, f5.6, so I can get some detail kind of far away as well as close to me, the foreground. And then my ISO is at 500 because we're indoors and it's a little bit dark. And white balance, I like to keep at 5400 most of the time. I feel like that's the most natural color. It's not too warm and not too cool. So I'm pretty much backed up right into this corner and just trying to get, this is me right here. And I'm just trying to encompass the chair, the whole living room, part of the dining room. So right around here, I'm gonna get the focal point on the chairs. And we'll get something around here-ish. I feel like that came out pretty good. And what you want to make sure is, well, what I make sure anyways, all the bright whites that you see, I try to keep my exposure based off of that. So like the cabinets, this curtain right over here, I try to make my exposure so that's not overexposed. So then when I go into Lightroom, I can just kind of brighten the darks and the shadows without even overly more exposing the bright whites and stuff. So I'm gonna come over into the living room and I'm gonna try to get a shot right in this corner. We might have to go a little bit up on the shutter. It might be a little bit brighter here now. We'll just take a quick test shot and see how this comes out. I'll move the focal point to pretty much the center of the image, which is right about going to be on that cabinet right there. And I want to get this kitchen light in it to kind of show that as a unique feature. Not a lot of units in this area have that size of a light in the kitchen, so I kind of want to emphasize it, how it's like kind of unique. So I'll get one about here. I think that's kind of cool. It's a little bit warm, a little bit funny. The tint is a little bit purple, but we can adjust this in Lightroom. I think we got a good image. I'm just gonna move this plant, kind of get it out of the foreground. I thought it would be kind of cool in the foreground, but I don't know. We'll just get a couple options. So this is me right in the corner. Okay, now since we fully renovated the whole kitchen, I want to take some nice like detail shots of what we did here. If we could straighten out this rug, the stages is left a little bit crooked. Okay, yeah, so I'm gonna try probably get some, I'll get some low shots. And most of the time if you come a little bit lower, it looks better than high above, but it really depends on the situation. So I'm gonna try to get some shots kind of from this angle, and then probably like this angle, somewhere around there. Get a couple of those shots. I want to have this, I'm kind of looking at this counter on my right, kind of as a leading line to the stainless steel refrigerator, and then just capturing this whole like cooking area, the oven and the microwave right around here. Get the kitchen sink area a little bit lower. So I'm gonna try and get, I'm getting this angle like right here, this with like this right here, to kind of show off the counter and then the new sink, faucet and everything. The undermount sink, which is super cool, so you can just wipe straight into the sink. The photos were coming out a little bit orange in this area, so I came down to 4300 on the white balance, and then ISO is back at 800 and 5.0 for the aperture and 160 for the shutter. So I got shots from both of the far corners of the entry point, which is the left of the living room, and then all the way on the right side of the dining room. So I kind of like to get every angle, even if I don't end up using all of them. I know I'm not going to use all of them, but I just try to get every angle that I can get. So I want to get kind of a center one showing the kitchen, hallway, and then the living room here. So we'll see what that wide kind of looks like. And then I'm gonna get one with the living room, and then kind of going down the hallway is gonna be on the far right of my frame. So sort of like around here-ish. a little bit dark over here. So I'm gonna come down on the aperture down to 5.0 and one click down on the shutter. Let's see what that looks like. It's a little better. I think that's usable. It's not too blown out to the left. And then I'll come back and get, from the hallway, I'm gonna get one shot just of the living room and kind of with the balcony. It's kind of cool. And then we'll come down, we'll get some, probably just 2 or 3 shots in the bedroom. So I'm gonna get just one shot by the entry point, and then maybe just one more shot from there looking towards the door or something. We'll see how this comes out. So it's a little bit dark. I wanna brighten it a little bit by, I'll just bring the ISO up. Maybe 800, we'll see how that looks. That's not bad, that's okay, that's usable. Yeah, and we're not trying to get super fancy with this, we just want to get all the angles. So I'll do one from this corner, showing that way. That's whatever. Okay, we'll try to get a few shots in the bathroom. Try to get some shots in here. I think I just gotta take this plastic off. And then, oh, can't forget this light. I'll get a shot showing this angle, another one showing this angle, and then the washing area will be cool. So I just got a shot from this angle. You can see the mirror closet doors, as well as the other bedroom. We kind of just encompass all of this wash area. And then we'll get one more from the washer area to this area. And we'll get this closet thing too. Now we're at the master. This one is pretty simple, just a big bed. We're gonna encompass all the way to the right. Try to get that ceiling fan, the AC, and the window all into it. I'll get maybe a couple, maybe 1 or 2 shots here, maybe from this corner. It's pretty much just getting into all the right corners and being able to see as much as you can with a single image. I think really helps give you the feel of like you're in there. So before I close out this video, I just wanted to go over some stuff about the house real quick. So this is a townhouse that myself, my wife Tosh, and my dog Buddy have lived at for the past 5 years. In a future video, I'm going to be going over exactly how much we spent in renovations on the house, because we did like the flooring, we redid the kitchen, paint, we pretty much, yeah, we did basically the whole thing except like the bathroom sink area. And this is a 2-bedroom, 1-bath, 750 square foot townhouse with a 50 square foot balcony. And we're in escrow currently. We did end up selling the house for $378,248. And normally realtors get 3% commission on the sale of the house at closing. And my realtor was nice enough to give me 0.5% of his commission for me to do the photos, so he's only going to be collecting 2.5% at closing. And originally I did want to record myself editing in Lightroom, but I felt I was pretty sick, as you can see in the video. I was pretty sick at the time, and I wanted to yeah, I really did want to record, but I was just not in the mood at 1 in the morning. Just as a disclaimer, I don't normally shoot real estate stuff. I've only gotten one paid gig to shoot a real estate listing before, which is from my realtor Duke. But I only shot the inside photos one time. He he's paid me for a couple of other listings, but I just did like drone work on the outside. My camera, brand new with the setup I had, brand new like 5 years ago, was maybe like $4,000. You could easily get something similar setup, used condition nowadays for like $2,000 to $3,000 probably. But to shoot a real estate listing like this, you don't really need that kind of a setup. You could get away with a $500 to $1,000 setup, or even less. If you use a point and shoot camera, you could probably use that if it shoots in RAW, and then you can edit in Lightroom. I'm sure you could pull it off as well. So if you were to shoot a listing like this in Hawaii, I'd be surprised if you get more than $300 for this pay. You'd probably get close to $100 to $250 or so for pay for something to shoot a townhouse like this. And besides those things, thanks for sticking around for the rest of the video. If you have any questions about photography or real estate here in Hawaii, I'm just kind of getting into real estate right now, but photography, I've been doing that for a while. If you have any questions, you can leave it in the comments below, and I'll try to answer as best as I can. And like and subscribe. Thanks.